Hey everyone, this is BremSter recording another puzzle from the March of the Quads puzzle pack. This puzzle is called Checkpoint and it's by Riff Clown and Skunkworks, and this is one of the treks into the wilderness. So this is where we start getting into the really tricky puzzles. And I'm not sure why we made some of the cosmetic decisions we made here, but there must have been a reason for it. We'll get to that we'll have a look at these in a second. This is a very weird way of putting a quadruple clue, but it was obviously done for a reason. I don't know why. Anyway, pardon me. So, yeah, of course, links below to the entire pack and to where, and to this puzzle. So let's have a look. So we've got normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. Digits in a quadruple circle must be placed in at least one of the 4 cells touching that circle. So there will be a 2 and a 6 in these 4 cells. There must be at least 1 5 in these 2 cells, but it might be possible for us to put 2 5s like that. That might be possible. I don't know. Probably not actually, but it wouldn't break this quadruple circle to do that. Cells separated by an X must sum to 10. Cells separated by a V must sum to 5. Not all X's and V's are given. So it would be perfectly fine for these 2 cells to sum to 5 or 10. All we know is these must sum to 5, these must sum to 10. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. I don't know how long this one's going to take. This is a trek into the wilderness, so it will be harder. Let's give this a shot. So I can immediately see any clues that any 2 cells that sum to 5 are either 1, 4 or 2, 3. They must be less than 5. Otherwise you need a digit, you need, if it's 5, it's 5, 0, and if it's higher than 5, you need a negative number. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4. I might do some high-low colouring because I can now see that these cells need to be high. And the reason for that, well, actually, these can't be 2 or 4 because of these. So these aren't 2 or 4. So these are 1, 3, and 1, 3 come out of these because the 2 and the 4 are up here. 2, in fact, must be in one of these cells because it must be in one of these 4 and one of these 4. But actually, there's not sure, but any X clue, I can't use a 5 on an X clue because it would be 5 and 5, and that doesn't work because an X clue is always a domino, and you're putting either 2 5s in the same column, or actually they're all columns here, so you can't do it. And you can't use 2 high digits because 6 and 7 sums to 13. So there's always a high and a low, but I've already used all of the low digits in this row. So these are both high clues and these are low. So these are from 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all low. These are 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all low. But, well, I can't put 4 there, so that's not 1. Why did I take 4 out of there? This can't be 1 because this can't be 4 because 4 is over here. Maybe it's to do with 5s? Or the 1 and the 2 here. This is supposed to be a hard puzzle. Okay, what can this be? I suppose it could be 1, 9 in either order. It could be 8, 2 in that order. No, it can't be 8, 2 because 2 is in here. If it's 3, 7, it could be 3, 7 maybe. It can't be 4, 6 because this can't be 4 or 6 because 4 and 6 is down here. So this is 1, 3, 7 or 9. So we know 5 is in one of those 2 cells. It's either 1, 9 or 3, 7, that. I don't know why we've done these quadruple clues as horizontals rather than it's normally 2 above and 2 below. I don't know what happened here. Well, the 4, 9 means 9 isn't here and 9 is in one of those 2. 5, 6, 8 doesn't impact this at all. I know 5 is in one of those because I can't put 5 on an X. This can't be the 9. 9 is in one of those because 9 here would put 1 here. Right, these are high digits because, again, I've used all the lows. So these are low digits. So these are from 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is actually 5, 6, 8. This is 5, 6, 8. These are 6, 7, 8, 9. These are 6, 7, 8, 9. Don't need to mark those, but I do know that these are 5, 6, 8. This isn't a 3, so this isn't a 2 because the 3 is over here. Five isn't in one of those two because 5 is here. So 5 is in one of those two. Or is this odd even? You know, I'm not sure. Because I'm seeing a lot happening with odd and even as well. Like, is this an odd even puzzle? Because any two digits on a V clue are an odd and an even, but on an X clue, you've either got two odds or two evens. And there's a fair bit happening up here with 3 of the evens being up here. These are all odd, so these are all even. These are odd and even, these are odd and even. I'm not sure. How does this resolve? Four is down in one of these three because the 4 quadruple here is lining up with the 4 quadruple here. So 4 is down here, but I could put 4 in those, I think. Actually, if I did that, if I put 4 here, 4 would be in those. This would be 2, 3, and this would be 2, 3. This would be 1, 4, and this would be 1, 4. I think that's okay, though. Okay. 3 is down here. Well, yeah, 9 is in one of those two. So 9 is not in those. Three is in one of these. These are from 1, 2, 4, 7. So these cells here can't be 1. Oh, they could be 1, 2, 4, 7. But these are only from 1, 2, 4, 7. So there's got to be 1 of 1, 2, and 4 in there. And they can't be 2, 4, because that would break this cell. So this can't be 2, 4. So there's got to be 1 of 1 and 7 in there. Six is in one of these two, because I can't put 6 in either of those. So I'm not seeing it yet, am I? Well, these digits can't be low, but they could be 5. So let's include 5 with high. If we include 5 with high, these digits can't be low because 2 and 4 are in here and these are 1 and 3. So these digits and these digits and these digits are all high. Remember, high includes 5. Right, so 3 is in one of those two. Right, I could never put 3 in any of those. 3 is here, so this isn't 3, this isn't 7. 3 is in one of those two. 2 is in one of those two, but that doesn't tell me anything about the 4, and it doesn't force 6 into one of those. That could be 2, 6. I get the feeling it's those two quads at the bottom, the 1, 2, 4, 7 and the 3, 6, 7, 9. So these are from 3, 6, 7 because they can't contain the 9. If the 7 is here, the 7 is here. I can't make this 2, 4. So there's one of 2, 4 here, but that doesn't... If 5 is here, 5 is here. If 5 is here, 5 is here, and 5 is down here. Or 5 would be here. So 5 is here, 5 is here, and here. And here. And then up here. And then it's all fine. If 5 is here, 5 is in those. And that also seems fine, doesn't it? 5 would then be in one of those two. We should put 5 up here. Five would have to be in one of those two. So to put 5 here and 5 down here, which is weird but true. Five is in one of these three. 5 here would make that a 5. Would make that a 5, which would make that a 5. No. I'm not seeing it. If 3 is in here, this is 1, 4. This is 4, 1. And these are all 2, 3. So if 3 is here, these are both 2, 3. So this would be 3, 2, 2, 3. And that's broken. If 3 is here, this becomes 1, this becomes 4. These are both 1, 4. These are both 2, 3, and I can't put 2 around here. 3 is in one of those two. So this is 6, 7, 9, which means it is high. But it could be 7, 9. It doesn't force that to be the 6. Oh, there's no 8 in either of those. This is a 5, 8 pair. That is the 6. And this is now the 4. And this is the 1. So there's no 1, 4 here. So this is a 2, 3, and there's a 2 here. This is the 4 and the 1. This is the 3 and the 2. That was way more obvious than I was giving it credit for. The 6 is looking down, taking 6 out of here. This is the 7, 9. This is a 3, 6. This is a high digit. This is a high digit because of the 5, 8 pair. That was way more obvious than I was giving it credit for. Has that done much though? This is now a 2, 4 pair. So those are the low digits. These are the high digits. And they're not 6, 7, or 9. These are 5, 8. So these are 6, 7, 9. And the 6 must be in one of those two. There's no 6 there. 6 is in one of those two. I'm just putting 6 down here. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down here. 7, 8, 9. That's all fine. But this is a pair. 1, 2. So those are low. If this is a 2, this is 1, 2, 3, 1, 9. If this is a 1, this is... If this is a 1, this is 3, 7, and that's a 2. If this is a 2, that's a 3, and that's a 1, 9. That just works, doesn't it? Five is in one of those two. I've got 3 of the low digits along here. I've got to put... Well, hang on. This isn't low, because there's a low on here and these are all low. This is high. So it can't be 5, 6, or 8. This is 7 or 9. And this is a 6, 7, 9 triple. So this is 2. There's a 2 or a 3 down here with a 4 and a 5 or an 8. So where's the 5, 8 down here? Right, I can't put 7 down here now. 7 is in here. And I can't put 1 down here anymore. This is a 1, 7 pair. So this is a 2, 4 pair. And the 2, 4 is looking at making that the 3 and that the 2. This isn't the 4. The 2, 4 is making that the 1, which makes that the 2. The 3 here, of course, means this is a 1, 9. And this has to be a 5 or an 8. That's nifty. That's very cool. These are 2, 3, or 4. So this is 6, 7, or 8, and this is 6, 7, or 8. 9 is in one of those two. 9 here would put 9 here and 9 up here. Yeah, okay. Okay. The 1, 9 makes that the 7, taking 7 out of those. This is a 6, 9, so that's the 7. 7 here? No, doesn't force anything here. 5 is in one of those two. Doesn't force this at all. This is incredibly neat, but oh my lord. So I've got the 5, 6, 8. There has to be a 4 in here. This is the only quadruple I don't think I've milked. Neither of these can be a 3 because that would make these a 7. So these are 1, 2, and 4, giving me a 1, 2, 4 triple. That can't be a 4. This is a 1 or a 2, so this is an 8 or a 9. This, however, could be 8, 9, or 6. I know the 5 is in one of those two, but it has been the whole time. If this is a 9, 9 goes here. This becomes a 5-9 pair, which would make that a 9, which would make this 8-2, 4-2-1. One is down here somewhere. Are these more restricted than they look? Oh, the 3-6 means this isn't the 3, so this isn't the 7. This can't be 1, 2, 3, 4. It could be 5. It can't be 6. It could be 7 or 8. This is only 5, 7, or 8. And it can't be 5. This is a 7 or an 8 only. This can't be 1, 2. It could be 3. Can't be 4. Could be 5. Could be 6. Can't be 7. So this is 3, 5, 6, 8. These are all 3, 5, 6, 8. And they must contain 3 and 6. That's not helping, is it? Oh, 7 is in one of these two, because 7s are lining up here. 7 is in one of those two. I know 3 is up here, but I can't see what to do with it. This isn't a 2, so this isn't an 8. If that's a 4, 4 is down here. I'm not sure high low was the way to go here, but I don't know what else to do. This is high. These are low. Three in here. I've got to put a 3 somewhere in this row, but that doesn't seem to be it. 3. No. So what are the 3 in those? It has to go somewhere, but four in this. Well, that can't be low because it sees 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the row. That's a high digit. 1 is in here somewhere. 3 is in here somewhere. 4 is in. No, 4 doesn't have to be in here. 4 could be there. That couldn't be 4. That can't be 4. But that could be 3. That can't be 3. See, I've got these down to pairs. So these quads are done. I've got the 5, 6, 8 here. If this is a 6, this is a 6, this is a 6. Does that break anything? That's a 4. 4 is in one of those two. And then 4 is down here. 4 is in one of these 3. But okay, what is it? Are there digits I can colour? I am quite lost. "23 minutes. This is a trek into the wilderness, so I'm not too perturbed yet. Maybe. Maybe. So I'm just like, if I could resolve this, I feel I could do a lot, but I can't see how to resolve that. 5 here would put 5 here, would put 5 here, would put 5 here, but that seems fine. It'd put 5 here. Put 5 in one of those. 5 in one of those. And this is all working. 5 would go here, so 5 would be in one of those two. And 5 would be in those positions, and that all seems okay. 5 here is way less restricted because it just makes a 5 here. These would be 8. 8 would be in here. 8 would be down here. And I'm not seeing a problem. Nine has to go in one of those two. If this is a 9, this is a 6, 4. If this is a 9, this is an 8, 2. So if this is a 9, there's a 6 in one of the... This is 5, 6. If this is a 9, 6 here puts a 6 here. 9, 6, 6. And 6 is in one of those two. So if that's a 9, 6 is in one of those two, and 6 is up here because 6 is there. 9, 6, 4, 2, 1, 9. If this is a 9, this is a 9. 9, 6, 4, 2, 1, 9. If this is a 9, this is a 9. If this is a 9, 8, 2, 4, 1, 9. This is actually an X-wing on 9s. So I can't put 9 in any of those. That's the 9. That's crazy. So that's the 7, that's the 9. This is the 1, and this is the 7. That is so cool. How do I use it? It's because one of those had to be 1. So one of those had to be 9, but one of those had to be 9. That was an easier way of seeing that. So I can't put 9 in any of those. This is 9. These are all high. No, I've just broken it. Why did I put in... This is a 7. And these are high. Why did I put a 9 there? I'm glad I spotted that. This is high. I think I pushed the wrong thing when I was doing it. Okay. But this is an X-wing on 9s. So 9 in this box is in one of those 3. 9 in this box isn't as restricted. But 9 now is here by Sudoku. So 9 in this box is in one of those 3 and one of those 3. So these are 2, 3, 4. This is low. Why did I mark it as high? This is a 2, 3, 4. There's no 3 here. This is the 6 and this is the 3. That X-wing did a lot. The 3 takes 3 out of here. There's no 3 in either of those. That's the 3. These are 5, 6, 8 and are high. 5, 6, 8. That's all. There's no 6 here. That's the 6. Taking 6 out of those, that's the 6. This is a 5, 8 pair. These were all high. Something's gone terribly wrong with my colouring here. So this is, well, the 3, which is low, has taken 3 out of here, so there's no 7 there. That's a 2, 4 pair. So this is 5, 7, or 8, which is high. I have to put a 4 in one of those two. But these are 1, 5, and 8, and they must contain a 1. So this is 1, 5, 7, 8. This is a 2, 4 pair. That's really cool. I'm still not sure how to use it. Still not sure how to use it. Except this is a 6, 8 pair now. So that is the 5, that's the 8, and there must be a 5 in one of those two. The 5 looks down, making that the 8. This is a 1, 5 pair. Taking 5 out of there, this is a 7, 8, making that the 5. Five is in those. So these are 7 and 9. Because 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are 7 and 9. Oh, that's got to do something. I feel like that was a huge breakthrough. And now I'm broken. I've got to break free. I've got to break 3. Okay, now. That was a huge amount of work. But it doesn't seem to have done much. Except what I got out of it, which is a lot. I got a lot of digits. So cool. But it's not seeming to propagate up the grid. So these digits, they can't be 1, they can't be 2, they can't be 3. They can be 4. They can't be 5. They can be 6. So they 4, 6, they can't be 7, they can be 8, they can be 9. Now this one can't be 9. This one can't be 9. None of those could be 9. So these are from 4, 6, 8 only. Can I do something with that? 2 is in here. This is a 2, 3 pair. Because 2 can't be in any of those or any of those or any of those, and 3 has to be there because of the quadruple. This is a 2, 3 pair. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. The 2, 3 pair. Does that do anything? Please. If 4 is in here, that's a 4. Which would make this 2, that 4, that 1. Hang on. 4, 1, 2. If this is 2, 4. If 4 is in here. Sorry, 4 is in here. 4, 4. 4, 4. Yeah, I don't know what that's doing. 7 is in one of these two. So, because I can't put 7 in any of these. So 7 is in one of those two. So this is 5, 6, or 8 only. Because it can't be 7 or 9, and it is a high digit. So this can't be a 7. So this could be 5. It can't be 6, 7, 5, 8, or 9. Ah, oh, not quite. This quadruple, I want to put this quadruple in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3, 5, 6, 8. Now there's no 6 or 8 here. This is a 3 or a 5, and the 3 is looking along. This is the 5. I can take the 5 out of here. I can take the 5 out of those. This is 3, 6, 8. That 5, remember, 5 is high in this puzzle, but that means this isn't 5, this is 5. 5, which is high in this puzzle. These are 3, 6, 8. Maybe I need to get rid of the colouring at some point soon. No, this is a 7-9 pair now. Nine can't go in any of those, but 9 is in one of those 3. And one of those. Okay, let's revisit the quads, because actually the quads are fully resolved. I've got 2 and 6, I've got 2 and 4, I've got a 5 on this quad, I've got a 5 on this quad, 5 and 8 are on this quad, 4 and 6 are on this quad, there's a 3 on this quad, there's a 4 and a 9 on this quad, this is 3, 6, 7, 9, this is 1, 2, 4, 7, 5, 6, 8 are on this quad. This is the only quad I haven't resolved, but this 7 is forcing 7 onto this quad anyway. So these quads are all resolved. Holy cow, this is just Sudoku, XV Sudoku now. So maybe the colouring is not what I need. Six, 4, 2, 1, 9. If this is 6, these are 9, 9. And that's a 7. If this is a 6, that's a 7. If this is a 7, that's an 8. Seven here makes that 8. Which makes that 5. That 8, that 8. 9, 1, 9. Seven here makes that 8. Does that break? These would both be 8. So 8 would be in one of those two. 8 would be in one of those two. Eight would be in one of those 3. Oh, this isn't a 5. So this is a 7, 8, 9 triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a 4. That's a 1. That was way more obvious than I was giving it credit for. That's the 9, which means this is the 7, this is the 9, this is the 8, this is the 2, this is the 4, this is the 2. And I can get rid of the dark green colouring here for the 9 X-Wing. The 7 makes that the 8 and that the 7, which makes that the 9, that the 8. There's no 8 here. The 8 makes that the 5 and that the 8. The 8 looks down, making that the 5 and that the 8. Hasn't resolved these. Surely something has. This 8 has made that the 6 and that the 4, which makes that the 2 and that the 8. There's no 6 here anymore. 7 is in one of those two. There's no 4 down here. This is a 2, 3 pair. So that's the 4, that's the 2, that's the 4. The 2 is making that the 3 and that the 2. There's no 8 in those. That's a 4, 6. And the 4 is looking up, making that the 6 and that the 4. I think I'm now done with the colouring. The 1 is looking down, making this the 5 and this the 1. So this is known. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is a 3. These are 5, 6, 7. There's no 5 here. 8 comes out of there. Eight comes out of there. This is a 3, 6. So that's the 8. These are 1, which could go anywhere. 3, which could go in either of those two. 4, this is a 4, 7 pair. So this is a 1, 3 pair. The 1, 3 makes that the 9 and that the 1. I could have used that 9 for that. That would have sped things up. The 4 looks up, making that the 7 and that the 4. The 2 is looking down, making that the 3 and that the 2. The 3 looks up, making that the 1 and that the 3. This column, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a 7, taking 7 out of there. The 5, 6 pair makes that the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 5 or 6, and the 6 is looking up, making that the 5, which makes that the 6, which makes that the 5. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 and 9. The 1 looks across, making this the 9, this the 1, which looks back, making this the 6 and this the 9, which makes this the 3 and this the 6. And that is the solution to Checkpoint by Riff Clown and Skunkworks. That was tricky. That was really, really tricky. I see why this was a trek into the wilderness. Holy cow. I look forward to the comments going, that was a 25-minute solve. That, yep, cool. Yeah, I had to explore a lot to find that one. That was really, really cool. I love this pack. There's a reason why I just fell in love with quadruples while making this pack. Just such an amazing constraint. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope you're enjoying everything. And as always, good luck with your solving.